just think that was hysterical. This YouTube video is going long, so it's going to be in 2 parts, because I'm going to keep answering your questions, friends. What else? Oh, sorry, back to continuing that question about how to deal with people who don't understand the fitness lifestyle. Yes, I've lost friends because of it. I kind of realized who my real friends are because of it. Because most people who are your real friend will understand and be excited for you when you're bettering yourself. People who are happy with themselves have no problem being happy for other people who are also bettering themselves, as far as I've noticed. So if someone has a problem with you wanting to be healthier and better yourself and get into fitness just because it seems like it's a trend nowadays, it's actually, coming from a nurse's perspective, diet and exercise is usually the #1 thing someone has to fix in order to prevent many chronic diseases, diabetes, heart disease, things like that. All of those are caused by lack of diet and exercise. So starting to do those things is an incredibly healthy thing and normal thing to do. So no one should think it's weird. Even if you're like in college like I was, sure, it's super weird to not go to the bar sober and like be the designated driver and hang out and have a Diet Coke instead of a beer. Or to go to a party, or to not even just not go to a party at all and then stay home on a Friday, Saturday night. I lived in a house with 5 other girls, none of who were like super into the fitness lifestyle like I was. Like nobody competed or anything like that. One of my roommates did tracker food sometimes or whatever. Like regardless, it was not the ideal lifestyle. It was not the ideal living situation to be in for someone who's focusing on like training and studying and balancing all of those things and not balancing going out all the time and socializing. But I would also recommend to continue hanging out with your friends who you know are still your friends and will still be your friend regardless. Don't hermit crab up in your room and not do anything ever, because that's not fun either. Fitness should be fun. It should be like a supplement to your life and make your life better and make you happier overall, and it shouldn't make you like tired and miserable and fatigued all the time. You should be like awake and happy and able to go do things if you really want to like go enjoy a night out sometimes. Like if you're tracking your food, you don't have to drink alcohol. You can go get like a diet soda, or I always did seltzer water and like Rockstar and Red Bull and things like that if I ever went out. Some people do pre-workout. I don't know, just to like give you like a little energy boost, or like save your carbs for later so you have enough energy to go out. Your real friends will support you in whatever you do, and hopefully your family will too. And okay, what else? Single, haha. What are your goals in competing and your career in fitness for the next 2 to 3 years? My goal is to just be successful in the fitness industry. It may not mean competing for me. Like, I love competing, I love the sport, I think it's so fun. But there's plenty of other things that I want to do and get involved in the fitness industry that don't necessarily mean that I have to compete. They could mean like being a spokesperson or like continuing to do my coaching. I love my clients. I love having people that I coach that I check in with all the time and like that get excited about their progress, and I help them get to the best body that they've ever had, and that's like one of my absolute. So I want to continue doing the coaching thing, maybe do some like magazines and things like that. I don't know, anything I can really like get my hands on in the industry. My goal in general is to make a life out of fitness and the fitness industry somehow, whatever it may be. It may be competing, it may not be competing. I'm just going to take things as they go over the next couple of months and years and just continue doing everything I possibly can to get my name and my face out there. That being said, there's a couple questions about like how I got into sponsorships, companies, putting yourself out there, Instagram, social media in general. Hold on, let me turn the lights on. I started my fitness Instagram because I didn't want people at my college to make fun of me for my fitness posts, talking about going back to not wanting to feel weird or peer pressured around your friends. I totally did, so I took my personal Instagram and I put a couple fitness posts, and then sometimes people would like say kind of like rude things on them and stuff like that, and I would always feel weird posting them on my personal Instagram, which I don't use anymore. My other ones, my Amanda Bucci Fit's my personal Instagram now. That's just who I am, sorry. So I used to have a different one that was just my name. I don't use it anymore. Started the new one, posted a lot of stuff. I tried to like, and that just kind of like started my whole fitness journey in general. Like I spent a lot of time, I coached myself for my first couple preps, so I spent a lot of time like researching. Like if I didn't know something, I would look it up. I spent a lot of time listening to Dr. Lane Norton's video logs on his YouTube, reading a lot of his stuff. Nick Cheadle Fitness, I followed him, and he puts out so much really helpful information. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do. I always loved having the people that put out the helpful information, so I can kind of get started, which I kind of just did, and then I eventually was able to put out information for other people, and somehow I got a lot of followers on Instagram, and then back to the sponsorships and companies and things like that. They just really want someone who is themselves, talks to their following fans, whatever you want to call it. I just say friends. Talks to the people who follow them on Instagram, is a good like spokesperson, role model, things like that, for promoting their brand. So just continue to be yourself, continue to post things that are helpful to other people, do research on your own, post about what works for you, post about like a variety of different things. I don't know, I just wanted to be like all the other fitness people I saw on Instagram, so I tried really hard to be, and here I am. What else? How do you think flexible dieting can change someone's life? I think that's a really, really good one. If you spent a lot of time restricting your foods in your diet, like for me, for example, I did a bro diet for my first ever show, and it was really funny. Get this done here, it's getting dark. So I did have periods of time where I restricted my food. I also was one of those people that just like tried their absolute best to eat as healthy as possible, and then binged on the weekends, and then binged on like cake and Oreos whenever I got the chance. But then I would have egg white omelets and a salad for breakfast and lunch, and then I would have like 4 or 5 things of cereal at night. So that's normally like what most girls do, I find, at least. Like they just do their absolute best to eat super low calorie meals during the day, or like whenever they get a chance to, and then subconsciously they just like binge, or I'm included, I am guilty here also, just end up kind of just yo-yo dieting. Flexible dieting changed all of that for me. It completely allowed me to do both. So the balance between eating healthy and then eating things that you like just kind of changed, because I could do both of those while seeing results and changing my body, and that was like, holy shit, light bulb, are you kidding me? Like, why didn't I know about this my whole entire life? Like, that is what I've been trying to do my whole entire life, is be able to eat, like the meme that says every girl's dream is to be able to eat whatever they want and not gain weight. Like, flexible dieting, that could... Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I'm sorry. I just really like it. It totally changed my life. I'm able to go and get Chipotle if I want to. I'm able to eat some ice cream if I want to, as long as it fits my macros, obviously. I love those things, and completely cutting them out of my diet or thinking that I had to drove me absolutely fucking insane. Because I would never want to. Like, no one ever wants to cut the things that they love out of their diet. Like, food is amazing. Everybody loves food. Sure, when I'm cutting down, I have less and less of that food, and I get to enjoy it less often, but I still get to have it. I still get to choose, and I still I'm also a control freak, so I know exactly how much of each thing I'm putting into each macro I'm putting into my body in order for it to make me look as best as I possibly can. So having that opportunity and understanding nutrition and how it works, obviously it's more than just protein, carbs, and fat. I totally believe that you should continue to have more nutritious foods and eat based off of your body and what foods your body likes and doesn't like, and making sure you have enough variety in your diet in order to not have any nutrient deficiencies and things like that. Follow Nutrition Max on Twitter and Instagram for all of that cool stuff, because he's totally into that, and he's really smart, and he is all about explaining how it's not just macro, it's not just protein, carbs, and fat. Regardless, I think understanding that concept can completely change somebody's life, like it has mine, and many other people. Many, many, many. What else? Favorite hobbies outside of the gym? I love going to the beach. I love relaxing. I love doing outdoors things. Like I like going hiking and biking and things like that. Other like hobbies, I don't know. I really like the gym. My normal day consists of studying client plans, going to the gym, maybe going to the gym again, maybe going to the beach, working, studying, I already said that, for my boards, and then relaxing. And I like to relax on the couch and do nothing sometimes. That's one of my favorite pastimes. I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. Oh, what do you think about waist trainers? I've never used one. I've never put a waist trainer on. On my leanest, I have a 22-inch waist, and sure, that might be some genetics. I think you can get a small looking waist by building your glutes and building your lats and making your shoulders look wider if you genetically don't have that like taper normally. Building those parts of your body makes you have that illusion, so you can do that. I think waist trainers wouldn't work without diet and exercise, and then the diet and exercise works regardless, so how do you know whether or not it's the waist trainer? Same thing with like fat burners. Like, I guess they can't hurt, but your diet and exercise should be doing that anyway, so why waste your money on that? There's also been some research. I haven't really like looked into research about it. I'm pretty sure there's no research backing it up saying they actually work, and I'm sure there's some articles saying something about like organ crushing, like maybe corsets, probably not waist trainers. I don't think they're worth it personally. I think you can get where you want to be with diet and exercise, and a waist trainer seems just like a quick fix to me, just like fat burners do, just like Herbalife shakes and things like that. Like, focus on the big picture first. Focus on diet and exercise, and if you can't get that right first, maybe check out other supplements and things like that. But you have to focus on the important things before you focus on like supplements. Like eat your food and then wonder about what supplements you should be taking. So that is going to be it for this 25-minute long YouTube thing. Hopefully I can cut it down a little bit, but I really wanted to be able to answer all your questions because they were great questions. So hopefully I'll do this again soon. Let me know if you guys like it by liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And it's 8 o'clock. I have to go do my laundry. It's sitting in there. I forgot about it. Okay, bye.